What is up, For Honor family? So in the last one, I covered our Musha changes for Year 9 Season 1, and this one I'm going to cover the changes for Sohei. Now, crazy enough, this is the second season in a row that Sohei has received changes. In Year 8 Season 4, he actually got his Opener Heavy's uninterruptible stance, and his Mad Monk also gained uninterruptible stance. He could also gain souls whenever a soul attack trades on the same frame as an opponent's attack. So those were the main changes. Not going to worry about the Bulwark counter. That seemed like more of a bug than anything, but it's just kind of interesting how Sohei got really big changes in Year 8 Season 4, and now he's getting very solid changes, kind of tweaking them more in this one. So in Year 9 Season 1, his opener lights, including dodge attacks, can now chain into heavy soul attacks. And opener heavies, including dodge attacks, can now chain into light soul attacks. Mad Monk can now chain to Mad Monk Extender. Chain link timing to heavy soul attacks from Mad Monk and Mad Monk Extender is now 1 frame quicker, and Mad Monk now has 433 milliseconds of guard break vulnerability. Now, all of these are perfect, including the guard break vulnerability. He really needed that. It seemed like he was unpunishable at times. So first, let's look at how Sohei was right before these changes. So you're basically in Year 8, Season 4. So you can see here how he can go light into light. He can go heavy into heavy. You see how smooth it is, but when you go heavy into light, there's a delay. That's because it did not chain. And the same with light into heavy. And I also threw out the Mad Monk attack because, you know, Mad Monk chains into light or heavy. So no issues with Mad Monk. Now you can see he still can do his light to light. He still can do his heavy to heavy. But now look at the heavy to light and the light to heavy. And see how smooth and quick that is? That's what we were looking for. That's what we want to see. He still has the Mad Monk and the Mad Monk Extender that he can go into light or heavy with, so he's still looking solid in that department. But the fact that he now has a light to heavy chain and a heavy to light chain is big for him, because we always talk about versatility with the hero, and he has it now. He can go heavy heavy, he can go light light, he can go light heavy, he can go heavy light, so he has it all. And then you throw in his zones, and you throw in his heavy, which his heavy and his zone have invulnerability on it, so he's a monster. And I'm not even taking into account when you have his tier 3. When I say his tier, I'm talking his unique tier 3, along with Benkei's Vengeance. He can do even more damage. So I think the devs have really gotten to the point with Sohei after these changes. He's walking around the battlefield how you want him, an imposing figure that when you see him coming, and especially when you see he has all his souls, he is a serious threat and is flat out scary. I also want to show you the Mad Monk guard break vulnerability, and you see here, look at that, right into the wall. Couldn't do that before. He just powered through. You'll just be bouncing off of him just like that. But if you time it right, you can get that guard break no problem. But like I said, you still have to time it right. It's not like you can just wait, see red, and then hit the button. You really got to time it just right. But it does work, and at least you can guard break them now. It's very similar to the heavy because you can catch him on the heavy. You just have to time it right. You have to say, okay, he's going to throw a heavy now. And you got to time it right before that. And you can catch it. I did take a look at his moveset, just looking at before and after to see if they added those chains. But there was no need to add the chains because it says that the light as well as the heavy initiate soul stance. So since they both initiate soul stance, there's no reason to say, oh, you can go light to heavy and heavy to light and light to light and heavy to heavy. There's no reason to put that in there. So they all initiate soul stance. That's all we really need to know as players. But once again, the devs came through with Sohei changes. Now, I wouldn't suspect that we would see many more changes to Sohei unless there's some complaints or unless there's some kind of bug that's related to these changes. You know how that can occur with these heroes, especially with patch notes, even though they do thorough testing. So we'll have to see as more players get their hands on Sohei. But I actually like the changes. I think they're great. More versatility is not a bad thing, unless it's a Pharah. A Pharah doesn't need anything else. But Sohei, he's looking good, looking sharp, and looking very threatening. But that's all I have for this one. Hope you guys appreciated this. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Oh, I want to let you guys know also, I'm not going to be doing the pirate changes. Pirate, it basically just took away her enhanced side dodge heavy, so she can't just be flying around the battlefield. So I'm not going to do anything on that. That's pretty straightforward. But that's all I have for this one. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Thank you for tuning in. So many videos you can tune into, and you stopped by here today. I'm always appreciative of that. Until next time,